How are you posting 3 times a day? Are you scheduling this in, or are you doing it manually, and are you doing it on all the platforms? Because, like, if we can make 3 posts in 15 minutes, there's really no excuse not to be putting it out there.
So true. And remember, that's what keeps you top of mind with your audience, which is what's so important. So, what I do very simply is I create those posts in advance. So, maybe in the morning I need them, maybe the day before. Once in a while, keep in mind I'm ADHD, might be 2 days before, but that's probably not likely. Normally it's, oh crap, I need to post. I'm going to go do that. But I can now do that in 15 minutes. And then throughout the day, I just take a couple of timers that I've got and it'll be like, great, I need to post something in the morning. I need to post something in the afternoon and I need to post something after dinner in the evening when I know a lot of my clients are on having done the same thing, having ate dinner, the kids are down. Now they're looking and seeing what's happening and they're going to see my posts. I have the content. It's literally copy paste at that point in time. Once I have this created, I can either just open it up here and copy paste. Now, proofread it, that's important. Or I can go ahead and I can move it into a note tool of some sort that I've got and move it around. I do that because then I can post from my phone, I can post from my computer, my tablet, wherever I'm at and doing whatever I need to.
I love this. Thank you. This is so interesting because what I'm hearing from you in like just a roundabout way is you're simplifying. You haven't
Yes.
got a really complicated prompts. You don't have, okay, now I've done it. I'm going to go schedule it and all the things. And then I'm going to go back and check that it went live and all of these bits. You're literally just like, okay, cool. We're just going to make the content. It's going to be great. We're going to read it. We're going to check it. And then a couple of times a day, we're going to post it.
100%. We can spend all the time in the world trying to make sure something's perfect. But the problem is it takes all the time in the world to do it as well. Taking that action, posting 3 times a day, which is probably more than most of us on the call are doing, and that's okay. Posting 3 times a day will absolutely change your business if you can do that for 1 year. And I'll
Mhm.
ask anybody in the call if I told you that you could spend 30 minutes a day and a year from now, your business would be three, four, maybe 5 times more successful than it is, or you'd have three, four, or 5 times more free time than you do now, or whatever you're working toward, would you go, well, I could spend 15 to 30 minutes a day to do that for a year? Sure, you could, especially because it's not hard. You can literally do it from your phone. You can do it from your computer, from your tablet. You can do it while you're watching Netflix at night. It doesn't have to be hard. And it all can be done in a way that adds value to your audience. And when you add value to your audience, and I believe this method does, now we can do it quickly and add value, and that will increase your reputation and help you build your brand.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I just love the ease and simplicity of literally everything you're doing. At any point, are you like getting it to do more complicated things like carousels or, yeah, like asking different, like creating different sort of content, or are you just
Mhm.
literally creating this sort of content?
Sometimes I am, but other times for example, while we've been talking, I went to Google Gemini and I said, create me an image for the newsletter. And so if you guys follow me at all, you'll know I love 3D cartoon images. And so if you can share my screen, you'll see that it created an image for me that is probably going to be pretty relevant to what we need to do. I don't know if I can make it any bigger. There we go. It's a little bit bigger. No, I'm not saying this is perfect, but it literally did that in about 15 seconds by me saying, please create a 3D cartoon animation image for the email. That's it. That's all I type. But we got it. It's the 3D cartoon style that I like, that I'm known for. It's related to talk about the death of the superhero founder. It's perfectly fine. Here's one of the things that I find kills most people when they start doing it. They're looking for perfection. Perfection will kill you. You kill your time, it'll kill your productivity. This is not about perfection. The only question you really need to ask is, will this content be helpful to my audience? And if the answer is yes, you can post it. I can think of a different image that I may like better. It doesn't matter. This will work with what I need to do. I don't need to do something different. Can I do a carousel? Sure, absolutely. I can exit out of this and I can say, let's create a LinkedIn carousel out of this. So please create a LinkedIn carousel post with images for me because it's in that conversation and it knows everything. Now, it may not create all the images I want. Sometimes it doesn't do that and I have to think about it. But here we go. It understands what a carousel post is, probably better than I do. And notice it's starting with slide one. It's going to think a minute and it's going to continue on through. And we're going to have what we need. That first image that looks a lot alike, no problem. Now it's going to talk about the problem part. So if we're doing a carousel, for those of you not familiar, we're creating basically 4 posts that are in. It's similar image. It looks similar, but it's different. Okay. Now I'm doing slide 3 again. I build that transparency. Notice everything is getting better. And I end up at the end here with image 4, what looks like everything's working really well. My employees are happy. I'm happy. Things are working well. And just that fast, we turned that same content into a LinkedIn carousel post. And boom, I've got that ready to do. If you don't like the cartoon style, you can do pictures, you can do anything else. It will do that. I just picked that style. Oh, notice that. And we've even got a fifth one that it brought in there for me. So
Yeah.
keep in mind, you can do any style you want. And again, you saw it. It did it right while we were sitting.
And I feel like from this conversation that everything you do is quite like just it's like at a really simple and effective level. What prompt did you put in just to get these images? Like, was it because I'm like, these images are amazing. And I'm like, but I know he uses really simple models of things,
Yeah.
but how did he get such
So
a
I
good?
I literally said, "Please create a LinkedIn carousel post with images for me." That's it.
Yeah. But the one above the
But
tunes, was that a long
yeah,
one or?
please create a 3D cartoon animation style images for the email bit. I meant to say for the email, but I typed bit. So here's what sets this apart, and this is an important consideration. We're staying in the same conversation. Now, by the way, if I do another video, I'm going to start another session. But inside this, I can do any type of content about this because it now knows about me. It has that inspiration. So it has all that context. I can even come back and say, you know what? This is great, but I really want to post that has an 8-second video about this. Can you create that 8-second video for me? Now, because we're in Nano Banana, which is a Google tool, you watch and it should, if it listens to me, it should take all of this context that we have. By the way, this will probably take a minute or so because it takes a little longer to render video, but you can see it says 1 to 2 minutes. It's now going to take all this context that we have, everything we've dealt with, and it's now going to create a relevant video. Now, I could have given it more information if I said I wanted it to focus on this or on that. And I did say 8 second because I happen to know the longest video Gemini is going to easily create for me. So I want to keep it really simple. But we should end up, in all likelihood, with a 3D cartoon character video of some sort because it's going to pull in all of that, even though I didn't mention it. And the key, as you said, is to keep it simple. And sure enough, let's take a look. We probably won't have any sound with there won't be any.
Wow.
They're cheering just like that. And I've now got a video that I can post on my social media as well, just that easily.
Can we do
By the
another
way,
prompt?
people are wondering, do this all off a $20 a month plan, folks. This is not paying a ton of money. Sorry, you wanted me to do something else. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can we do another prompt with a different image type? Like, just maybe like a
Sure.
realistic image type? Because this looks amazing, and I'm like,
Let's go back to
wizardry.
Sunny's real quick. So I'm going to load
Yeah,
up Sunny's if that's all right. We'll just go back to that one. And I'll
yeah.
say, please create me a LinkedIn carousel post using black and white photography for the images. I could do
Yeah.
anything I want, but since we're talking about social media being dead, maybe a black and white would be good. So it's going to now, again, we're back in that conversation. It's going to reference everything about Sunny. It's going to reference my ENT personality. We're going to be using the tools. And by the way, this would work in either ChatGPT or in Gemini. Both have all these capabilities. It'll work easily for you. It'll work in Grok too if you're curious. So here it is. All right, now we have this happens occasionally. It doesn't create the images. Please create the carousel images for me. No problem. And it should now do that. We'll see if it does it. I don't know if you saw, but it literally described the images that I wanted. Sometimes
Mhm.
it adds that in. It's like working with a coworker. Sometimes you forget to mention something really important and all of a sudden it doesn't come back. There we go. There's our beginning of our carousel images. And I can click on that and blow that up. I could ask it to do more. Let's see if it's going to do. It's just going to do one. I could ask it to do all of them, but now we'll do one more. Now I need an 8-second video done for this that I can use with a post.
I
And
just can't
now it's
even believe as well, you're doing this all on a $20 plan, just out of anything like ChatGPT or Claude or anywhere, Gemini, just so simply.
and that's I think most of us, and I deal with about 500,000 people a day in my group that I talk to and all that. And one of the things we hear all the time is that it can't be that easy. It really can be when you have the right recipe. And what I'm hoping we're doing here is that we're teaching a recipe that people can follow and go, okay, I need my personality. I need content for inspiration. I need my audience. And if I have those, and I can describe the basics of what I want email, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you name it. Now, the tools are smart enough to take those 3 bits of information and create amazing things for us. And then it's really the sky is the limit to what we can imagine.
It's amazing. Like, I'm just blown away by the simplicity of your system because I love simple systems. I'm really big on like not overcomplicating. And this is just amazing. Like, the audience is going to be able to see this and be like, wow, this is actually achievable. Look at this video.
Now, it misspelled Instagram, but we can fix that. It's short, but again, it's created that video out of virtually nothing. I could give it some more
Mm.
context. I could tell it my brand colors if I wanted to. I could give it my logo, have it put on. There's lots more we could do, and that's great. But I want to encourage everybody. The goal here is to create helpful content for your audience that establishes you as the expert. I
Mm.
don't need to go to some of those details necessarily to do this, because if you start posting this type of content daily for your audience, you will very quickly become that go-to expert. And that means whether you're a roofer that's putting on roofing, brand new roofs, or if you're an auto mechanic, or you're a baker that makes bagels, you're going to be the person that people start coming to for that, because they're going to see your content. You're going to be that expert, and boom, you're going to be able to grow your business.
Yeah. I'm blown away. Like I'm just speechless.
I love it. That's a goal. Hopefully in a very good way. And I hope everybody watching this has had the opportunity to take those notes and go, okay, I need my personality, I need my audience, and I need inspirational content. And with that, I can do everything that Jonathan just showed me.
If you want to watch the entire episode, click here. And if you want to watch more episodes like this, click here.